some of you here today. After spending 4 years as a computer science student, learning Java and QBasic on the board, my project topic was on Android OS. And so, in 2013, during my service year, we were told that Said is the way to go, so we have to do something. And for those who are not familiar with it, Said is your skill acquisition. I learned how to make bags, and after 2013, when a job wasn't forthcoming, I stayed back in Oyo State to teach people how to make bags, and they were paying me for teaching them how to make bags. And I mean, I stayed there because that's what was paying me. In 2014, after some interviews, I got those kind of emails. You know those kind of emails that you will get. And they will start by praising you. We thank you for the interview. You were wonderful. You were great. However, we regret to inform you. That's how they always end those kind of very nice emails when they start like that. Finally, in 2015, after refreshing my phone almost all through the week, on the 10th of March 2015, I finally received the kind of email I've been waiting for. We refer to your participation in XYZ, and it was from Sterling Bank. We refer to your participation in XYZ. We are excited to inform you that you have been selected to, and I truly hope that you receive that kind of email soon. When I received that email, it was the beginning of a journey for me. As a computer science graduate who had branched into different things, I really didn't know what to expect in the banking industry. But here I was, in the banking industry. The first 5 years of my career, I was promoted 3 times. And I actually looked back and told myself, what is it about me that made me earn those promotions? And what is it about not just me, other people that make them move forward fast? You know, you were going to be hearing about Industry 5.0. Some years ago, it was Industry 4.0. Industry 1.0 was about mechanization, 2.0 was about mass production. And the industries keep changing. The next time you come, it might be Industry 6.0. But what I'm about to talk to you about very, very briefly today is, in a changing world, there are principles that do not change. And I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to share 5 of them very quickly. But not before I encourage you to adopt what I call first principles thinking. First principles are the basic principles that whether you were born in 1990 or like my son who turns 1 tomorrow, will be having his first job in very many years to come, it remains the same for everyone. First principles, they are basic truths that do not change. And I'm hoping to leave 5 of them with you today if you want to have a rewarding career. The first of them is what you see here. It is you. You are the person who will remain constant even in the face of all the change. And what it means for you is that you must take charge of your career. You cannot take a spectator seat. You cannot take the back seat in your career. You have to be the CEO of this thing called career. And when I talk about that, I'm saying that those who have a rewarding career took charge of their career. They continue to invest in themselves. In a social media world that encourages you to put up a front for people, when you continually ask, is it giving? It is giving. Is it giving what it's supposed to give? The real question is, are you giving? Because until you take charge of your career, nothing will really change. So you need to continuously invest in yourself. You need to learn. You actually need to take care of yourself like you care about yourself. Because many people are now caring about so many other people and forgetting themselves. You need to take care of yourself like you matter. And really it was Jim Rohn who says that in life we're going to all suffer one kind of 2 pains. We're going to suffer one of 2 kinds of pain. Either the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. You taking charge of your career means that you're going to be disciplined. And it's going to show in how you show up for yourself every single day. We want magic to happen. deputy governor walks in here and just sees me and says, you have a job. That's not how a rewarding career happens. It happens in the small interactions with you every single day. So you are the changing factor, you are the key factor. When someone recommended me to my former boss, I worked as the executive assistant to the MD CEO of Sterling Bank before I pivoted into my new role now. I never saw him before someone recommended me to him. And it was just because somebody saw me and thought that there was something about me. And he mentioned my name. He or she, I don't know who the person is until today, mentioned my name. It's because of those key things about how I've invested in myself and how I show up every day. Now the second thing is that you must be adaptable. You have heard Industry 5.0, you have heard about AI, robotics and what have you. More change is coming and you must adapt. Life is not a straight line. Many of us expect to go from here to here to here. I'm sorry to disappoint you. You might have to start somewhere and then go to where you do not expect. But what I hope that you're going to do is that as you're moving along, collect real experiences. Whether you earn 40,000 naira after your NYC job, make sure that you're doing something that gives you a real experience. Kevin Solomon is the CEO of Goldman Sachs, and he's a CEO by day and a DJ by night. It's because life is not a straight line. We're not our ties and our suit. We're different things in a body. So you need to be sure that whatever change may come, you have to be adaptable. I don't care whether Nigeria happens or not. You need to prepare yourself that I'm not going to be reading my life. Life is not going to ride me. I'm going to ride life instead. I will take opportunities and I will not be the victim. That is what I'm truly hoping that you're going to make a decision as you leave here today. Because you don't want this cold you are feeling here to be for nothing. Okay, the third thing is that solve problems. Everybody who had a rewarding career they had this principle in mind. They solved problems. Even better, they solve difficult problems. The problems that people do not want to solve today, they're everywhere around us. Your career, if you want it to be rewarding, can never go away from this principle. And remember, we're talking about principles that do not change from year to year, from industry to industry. You need to solve difficult problems. There are people who, and when it comes to solving difficult problems, you need to consistently get into the mind of a creator. Life, social media, and what have you, have tweaked us to be people who are consistently consuming. We want to collect and collect. We're looking for giveaways. We hope that some magic will happen. We want to consume what others have created. But as soon as you tweak that and you become a creator and you're pouring into the world instead, something significant happens to you that transforms your career. And I hope that's where you're going to get to. When we go to number 4, this thing here says that we are all nuts. I don't mean that we are crazy. I actually mean that we are all humans. When it was 1855, it was actually humans. They say that work will not be done by human again. Well, I don't know. But what is constant is that whether work is not done by human, work will continually be done for humans. And it means that you have to be human. And I'm not writing here network. The reason why you don't see network on the board is I don't want you to think about throwing your cards at people or taking selfies with people who are very important and posting on your social media. I'm saying be human so that you understand that at the core of it, everyone you meet is a human. So the core principles of self-respect, of respect for others, of humility, they apply whether in 1990 or even in 2027 to come. So when you talk to people, don't think that I'm a Gen Z, so I'm a rebel talent. I don't care who you are. You are not going to get very far with that attitude. Every principle, everyone who built a rewarding career understood this, that people still appreciate respect, that people still appreciate generosity, that people are human at the very core of it. And what makes us all human is what technology is trying to build upon. So be human, build real relationships, understand that the more you understand people management, the better it is for you. Finally, I say find X. And you say, why are we talking about a mathematics variant? A variable in a world where I'm trying to teach you to stay with the constant truth. It's because X can change from one person to the other. For me as a Christian, my faith in Jesus Christ is my X. Because I understand that that's what keeps me grounded. That's my competitive strategy. And so for you, X might be faith, X might be family, X might be friend, X might be your competitive strategy, X might even be a higher purpose. But everyone who built a rewarding career, they had something that they were looking up to. They had something that kept them grounded. They had something that they never took their eyes away from. So they had that mind to keep going. So really, if you have heard all of this and you did not really take all the points, I truly hope you understand that the starting point is you who are sitting here. That you cannot build it like the Sitembekai said until you build you. And I hope that you show up for yourself every day like you did today. Thank you very much.